Hi friends, happy Monday, welcome. Okay, in today's video, I have a very special surprise towards the end. And what I would say is if you don't have time to watch this whole video the whole way through, just hold off and watch it when you can, because if you skip through my video, you're gonna miss all the key components to the reveal at the end. And I would hate for you to do that because there's a huge story here. Through this video, I hope to bring a smile to your face, some laughter. You may even cry, but in the end, I hope that you will be inspired. This is my YouTube story. So many of you have asked, where do you get your passion and inspiration for decorating? And I would say it all began with my mother. My mother was a homemaker, and she always, I would not say she was not a decorator like me in the sense she was changing stuff all the time, but she was a big seasonal decorator. And I just remember sitting back as a kid and noticing, oh, I noticed she moved something on the coffee table or rearranged something in the kitchen. And I would always take notice of it and love what she did. And I learned, and I started moving my furniture around in my room all the time, and it's just continued on as an adult. So when I look back on my childhood, I just remember feeling the love and the warmth in our home, and I cherish it. To this day, it gets me here every time. Okay, fast forward to me now being a married woman and having 4 daughters. I knew that once I had children, the one job I wanted on this planet was to be a stay-at-home mom and a homemaker. I wanted to take care of everybody, make sure that my children had a good moral compass to get them through life, instill morals, values, make sure that they had a love for God and had faith to get them through rough times in life. And I wanted to create a cozy and warm environment where they always wanted to come home. So that was my job. I'm blessed. Not everybody can afford to stay home and take care of their children and be a stay-at-home mom. So, you know, like I said, for that, I'm very grateful and blessed. However, with that said, you know, being a homemaker it's not a glamorous job. You don't get all the pats and accolades on the back like you would at a normal job or promotions. You know, it is what it is. However, I've touched base about this on another video about how when my husband and I would go to social gatherings, whether it be a neighborhood party, a work party, just meeting people in public, people always say, so now what do you do for a living, to my husband? And then it goes to me, what do you do for a living? And I say, oh, I'm a homemaker. You instantly see their facial expressions change, and they go, and they instantly redirect to my husband as if being a homemaker is a know-nothing freeloading job. That's how I have been made to feel all through the years. And if I'm being honest and candid with you, it has created a lot of insecurities in me, as if I'm less than. And it's not a good feeling. You know, I'm being honest. That's how I've been made to feel, and it's not been fun living in someone's shadow. I always joke with my husband, yeah, just call me your shadow, because I feel like when I'm with him, that's all I am. I'm just a shadow. But not anymore. I took charge, and I'll tell you how. Okay, so I'm going to backtrack a little bit. So once all my girls were in school, my youngest was in school, I was, you know, at home, being a stay-at-home mom, like, I'm home, but nobody's here. You know, my husband was at work, the kids were gone, and I thought I was going to love it. I used to say, oh, I can't wait till I get the house to myself and I can get things done. Then once everybody was gone, I was like, what do I do with myself? This is lonely, you know? I know so many of you can relate. Once the kids go off to school and your husband or spouse is off busy working, you're like, what do I do? During this time, my husband worked about 30 minutes from our house, and everybody working at this location down in the DC location. And I went, that's going to be an hour away. And then when you add DC traffic on, hello, that's going to be like a 2-hour commute, sometimes 2.5 hours. He's like, I know, this is ridiculous, but what can I do? And I'm like, I know you can't do anything, but this is just horrible. So I knew my life was about to change drastically. So in this 2-year time period, my husband had to leave at 5 in the morning, sometimes 4, depending on if he had a real early meeting in DC. He would leave at 5 in the morning, and I'm the type of wife that would get up and have coffee with him. I didn't just stay asleep. I got up, I was there to support. And then I would get the kids' lunches ready, get them all cleaned, showered, dressed, off to school. Then I would clean the house, and then I'd wait for them to get home, usually 3:30 in the afternoon. And so sometimes it felt like a very long day with just me, myself, and I. Then once the kids came home, it was homework time, snack time, out to play with the friends. Then I was doing dinner, waiting for my husband to get home, which sometimes could be 7 o'clock at night, depending on traffic. And then when he'd eat dinner, he would be so exhausted from the commute, it was like out like a light. I literally felt like a single mom at times for 2 years. So this is leading up to what I'm about to share with you, which was ironic, just surreal. I call it the lonely time in my life. Those 2 years were just so lonely. They really were. And I thought to myself, you've got to do something. You've got to take charge of your life and make yourself happy, because nobody else is going to do it for you. So I'm like, I love decorating. I love making the house cozy. I always looked online for inspiration, and I came across people that blogged. And I thought, I could do that. I could do that. That might fill in the gaps in between the kids leaving and coming home, and I can do what I love and share it. So I got into the world of blogging, and I started to have success with my blog. And I had over 1 million views. I had HGTV reach out to me twice asking if they could use some of my pictures in one of their little editorials. And I said, sure, yes, go for it. And I was having a blast. And it really did help fill in that time. Like I said, there were times where I just woke up and I felt so lonely. Like, what am I going to do today? And this is where my story is going to lead. While I was having success with my blog, something terrible happened, and you're not going to believe it. So I had about 6 or 7 women reach out to me. Apparently they were subscribers of my blog, and they said, we just, mother to mother, we have to let you know there's some crazy lady on Facebook that is taking pictures from your blog. She's claiming they're her own, decorating pictures in her own home. And beyond that, this is where it sent up red flags for us, and we knew we had to let you know. She is taking pictures. I used to post pictures of my kids on my blog, and she was taking pictures of my youngest child, and she made up a complete fictitious story about how her boyfriend in upstate New York was bringing his daughter to live with them, and that daughter was my daughter. It was a crazy story, and I showed it to my husband. My heart sank when I saw the story. I said, this is a crazy Fruity Loop person. How dare them do this? How dare them? So I talked to my husband, and he said, nope, we're calling the FBI. This is sending up way too many red flags. You never know if somebody's talking about your child and bringing them to upstate New York to live with them. You don't know what they've got planned. So we alerted the FBI. They started a paper trail on her. Should anything else happen, they would have it all documented. And then one of my subscribers gave me her personal number, the crazy lady's number. And I was like, do I call? No, I can't. No. Do I call? And then Mama Bear came out, and I said, I'm calling her. I'm calling her. How dare her? So I called this lady, and I got her voicemail. And these ladies told me she was a mother herself, but anyway, I called her. I told her who I was, what the name of my blog was, that it was brought to my attention that she was stealing photos from my blog of my child and making up a crazy story about her, that she's taking pictures of my home and making up a story. But that was secondary. I could care less. It was the fact that she had my daughter in a weird scenario story that just sent me over the edge. And I told her, I said, you better take that down. That is my daughter. We've alerted the FBI. They are starting a paper trail on you, and they will be watching you. And we are watching you, and I've got other people watching you. And guess what? And I said, you better take it down immediately. And she did. Thank God she took it down. But that whole scenario freaked me out so bad that I shut my blog down. Like I said, it was just getting successful, and I shut it down. I said, no, my family's more important. You can never be too safe. My family and I were talking, and my husband said, you know what? You cannot let people steal your thunder. You were having so much fun. You were having success. You cannot let some crazy lady out of upstate New York ruin things for you. And I thought, you know what? You're right. You're right. He's like, and he gave me a pep talk. He's like, get some backbone. Get out there and start another blog and see where it takes you. And I said, you are absolutely right. And then I decided I'm just not going to share pictures of my kids on that blog. It's going to be all decorating, and that's it. So for the most part, that's what I did. And I was having a blast, having more success. And so I thought, let's see where this takes me. I'm getting to the important part here. So one day I went to the hair salon, and it's when I did blonde highlights and everything. And while I'm at the hair salon, I see this young, darling girl walking by with these red boots. And every time she walked by, I found myself staring at those boots, those red boots. So I said to her, I said, excuse me, can you tell me, where did you get those boots? Those are so cute. She said, you're never going to believe where I got them. And I said, where? She said, a beauty supply store. I said, get out of town. She goes, I'm serious, $29.99, and you can have these. And I said, where? Tell me. So she told me, and I literally, after I made my hair appointment, got my hair done, I ran right over to that beauty supply store. I love the boots that much. They had, you guys are gonna die. This is how much I love these boots. They had a size 7 and a size 8 left. Somebody put them in a box, and I thought I was a size 7, and it was a 7 and 8. But I loved the boots so much. I said, who's gonna know? Fine, I'll take it. They discounted it to $19.99, and I went home with these red boots. A couple weeks later, I was feeling a little lonely and mopey around the house, feeling sorry for myself, and I don't know, something told me, go get ready. You go get ready. I had gotten the house all cleaned up. The house was beautiful, and I don't know, it's like this feeling came over me, and it's like, go get ready, make yourself cute, and go do some retail therapy. When all else fails, retail therapy. So I got all dolled up. By the way, if you're ever having a down day, seriously, fix yourself up. It makes you feel so much better. So I got all dolled up, and I put on my chunky jewelry and a cute little black jacket over this red, not this shirt, but I had a red and black striped shirt. It was super cute. Skinny jeans, and I put on my red boots. And I went off to Ross. It was this new Ross that had just opened in a beautiful shopping center. I went in, I thought, I'll get some cute stuff, I'll run home, throw a vignette together, do a blog post, and done. I couldn't believe all the wonderful items I had found. I literally got there maybe 20 minutes after they had opened. I was practically the only one in the store. I was finding buys that were amazing, like $3, $4, $6 for super cute stuff. By the time I checked out, I had I don't even know. Well, both of my arms were literally full of bags on each arm. And so when I was walking out the door to my car, this is where my story really takes off, you guys. So keep in mind my red boots. And again, I'm all dressed up, and I've got my jewelry on, feeling good about myself, and I'm happy because I found all these great finds at Ross. And I'm kind of like walking fast to the car with all these bags, and in the distance I see this Mercedes, this beautiful Mercedes that looks like it's brand new, it's sparkly and shiny, and it's approaching me. I'm walking kind of, hobbling across the street with all my bags, and this Mercedes driving really, really slow, almost like they're watching me. And there were tons of parking spaces open. So I thought, that's odd. Why are they going so slow? So I kind of scooted off to the sides in case they wanted to get by. And here I am. Here's the Mercedes. It comes right up. And all of a sudden, and I'm like, who's this? Somebody lost? Do they want directions? Who is this? So all of a sudden, the window comes down. It's like, zzz, and I'm like, who's behind the window? Because they were very tinted out windows. And it's an African-American gentleman dressed to the nines in a suit. And I remember his cufflinks were sparkly and shiny. And he had his arm on the wheel, and he's like, how you doing this fine morning? And he said, red boots. And I kind of just laughed, and I'm like, fine, thank you. How are you? And he says, I'm doing great. It's a beautiful morning, isn't it? And I said, yes, it is. In the back of my mind, just the way he was sitting there with his hands on the wheel, cufflink shining, I was like, what does this guy want? And then I kind of put my wedding ring like this, like, hello, married, because I didn't know what he wanted. He says to me at this point, looks like you've had a lot of good luck in that store. It looks like you found some great treasures today. Oh, I said, oh, I sure did. He said, you look like you're having a little difficulty getting to your car with all those bags. Would you like me to help you? And I said, oh, thank you. That's very nice of you, but I've got it. I'm just right up there. And he said, can I ask you a question? I said, what? And he got out of his car, and then I'm like, what does he want? And nobody's around. Can I ask you a question? And I said, yes. And he says, you've experienced loss in the last several years, haven't you? And I said, yes. And he said, it was your mother, wasn't it? And I said, yes. And he says, let me introduce myself. My name is blah, 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 blah. I am a motivational speaker for Fortune 500 companies. I speak at huge conferences, and I can read people. And it was like he was looking at me. He was looking at my soul. I kid you not. He says to me, I can tell you've experienced loss, and that loss is holding you back in life. He says, your mother died of a terminal illness, correct? I said, yes. And I'm literally, it's like I felt like I was like deer in the headlights. Like how does he know this? And he says to me, you think in the back of your head a lot, what if we had tried this or tried that? Would she still be alive? You remember your mother being sick and ill, but you're not remembering the wonderful times you had with her. You're holding on to that negativity, and that negativity is a roadblock, and it's blocking you from moving forward in your life. I'm going to cry. I'm totally going to cry. He said to me, you have to stop thinking about your mother when she was terminally ill, and think of her when she was alive and vibrant and full of fun and laughter and smiles. You need to remember those moments, because holding on to all of the sadness is blocking you. And he says, I can see something in you. Maybe you can't even see it, but I see potential. I see great potential. I see that you're insecure with yourself. And I was like, oh my gosh, am I wearing my heart on my sleeve? Like, how does he know? And as I stated, like feeling like I was my husband's shadow and feeling insignificant at times. Like I'm not anything special. And suddenly this man made me feel like I was something special. Not that my husband and my family don't, because they always make me feel special. But it was almost just like validation, like, you have potential, use it, do something with it. And I do remember him saying, you are your own worst critic. And sometimes in life, you've got to break away from your insecurities. And without risks, there are no rewards. So you may feel insecure to try things, but try them. Get out there, do them. Prove to yourself that you can. Challenge yourself. And things will happen. And he looked me square in the eye and he said he could tell I was creative. I've always loved art. Art was something I was big into when I was young. I'm just thinking to myself, how in the world does this man know so much about me? This is incredible. And he told me, he said, your insecurities are getting in the way of you doing things that are going to benefit you later in life. You are your own worst critic. You're self-sabotaging yourself. And I thought to myself, my gosh, this guy is good. I thought, if you're a motivational speaker, you are damn bleep good. He even told me he could tell that I was lonely. And I'm like, how did you know? How did you know? And anyway, he read me like a book. He read me like a book. He wished me luck. And when he got into his car, he said, it was very nice meeting you. I just had to stop and talk to you. Something made me stop and talk to you. He said, he kept calling me Red Boots, which I thought was kind of funny. But he said, break out of your shell, use your creativity, stop self-sabotaging and putting yourself down. He said, you're worth something. And he said, you are going to do something very special. As soon as that man left, I called my husband in tears. And I said, you're not going to believe this. And he said, what? And I told him the whole conversation. When he came home that night, he's like, I want you to tell me the whole story again. And literally, we were crying together because it was just so surreal. It's not something that happens. It's not something that happens all the time. And the fact that it happened and that this man looked right into my soul and saw everything, I was just blown away, blown away. From that conversation on, I decided, Liz, you're going to pave your own way. You're not going to tell yourself you're somebody else's shadow. You are going to pave your way to your own little spotlight. And thus, my YouTube channel began. Now, YouTube was a whole new learning experience. I started out having fun. It was just a hobby. I wasn't in it to make any money. I thought, if it happens, great. I could make money from the comfort of my own home. That would be wonderful. But I never set out to make it a business or to make it a job. It was just all in fun. And then I had several people shout me out, which really boosted my channel. Crafty Girl, Arlene from Arlene's Country Craft Corner. Those are the two that stand out that really boosted my channel. And for that, I will always be grateful. And to all of those who shouted me out, thank you. I can't thank all of you enough for that. And, you know, my channel started to grow. And then I became aware of the troll situation. And that kind of threw a roadblock in my way where I was like, throwing the flag, and I'm like, I'm out. I don't want to deal with this. This is not what I signed up for. This is taking the fun out of it. And then I had to learn that these things happen. Not everybody's going to like your stuff, and that's okay. There's going to be people that come on that say mean, horrible things. Oh, your makeup's crazy. Oh, you're fat. You're ugly. You talk funny. I hate the way you decorate. All that. And I had to learn, oh, well, it's not their cup of tea. Oh, well, you know, you can't make everybody like what you do, and that's okay. That's okay. And you guys have seen me go through feeling upset about it and being sad over it or angry about it. And those were little bumps in the road that I had to get over and deal with. And I literally feel like it's made me stronger. as much as I hate it, I don't like it. It's not fun. It's made me stronger. Now, trust me, I'm leading up to what I'm about to tell you, but right now I want to thank each and every one of you for being such faithful subscribers. My channel is small in comparison to all the big YouTube, channels, and that's okay. That's okay. But what I appreciate more than anything is all of you taking time to stop by, watch. For those of you that give me a thumbs up, I know I have so many of you that are, I've been told that I have a lot of people that are actually minimalists, and they watch my channel just because they say they like my personality, or they can relate to certain things, or sometimes they think I'm just funny. Thank you for doing that. I really appreciate it. I love the fact that we can all come together and decorate and talk about it and have fun with it and make our homes cozy. I love shopping Amazon for you guys. So if I do a vignette and I say I didn't buy it on Amazon, I can actually try to find similar items so that if you like certain things, you can kind of go there if you need to. And I love it. And you guys literally have helped boost my confidence. And there's no words. I cannot thank you guys enough. I literally think I have some of the best subscribers on YouTube here on my channel. And you guys say that, so many of you have said that I help you through some of your bad days, or sometimes I cheer you up. Sometimes you like to see the more is better look. Sometimes you get a kick out of it because you're more minimalistic, but you still come to watch. Whatever the reason that brings you to my channel, thank you. And I truly want to extend a heartfelt thank you to each and every one of you, because without you, my channel would not be possible, nor would the success of my channel be possible. And I have been able to build a successful channel and Amazon business together. And because of you guys, because of all of you guys, I am buying my first house. All me. If you've been following my channel, you know we moved from a very large house. We downscaled to this log home, which I absolutely love. But we did it for a couple reasons. We wanted the flexibility to potentially buy a second home. You guys know we like to move a lot, and we thought changing it up and having another house to go to for fun or vacations is something we were thinking about doing down the line. But because I've had such good success with my channel, I've been able to save my money, and I'm buying a house in a different state. I have one girl that goes to WVU. I have two more that would like to go there. So we went there a few weekends ago. We had an absolute blast. The cost of living is less. It's gorgeous. Morgantown is awesome. We had so much fun. And we found a builder that we liked. And so I'm having a house built. It's supposed to be done end of December, more likely in January. And I got to pick the granite, the flooring, the tile, the cabinets, the whole shebang. And so we'll be moving sometime in December, January, maybe February, whenever they get it done. You just don't know. But we're super excited, and we'll be bouncing back and forth. But we're probably going to live out there during the year, and then during holidays and the summer, we'll be here for sure. Lake life. So the whole takeaway from this, my personal YouTube story, is I had bumps in the road with my blog, then YouTube, but I'm learning to overcome them, and I'm not letting insecurity get in my way. It's a roadblock, and so I just wanted to be open and candid and honest with you guys, that if you're in any way, shape, or form like me, if you have insecurities, toss them aside. Toss them aside. It's not even worth it. I mean, we all have our ups and downs, but feeling insignificant or less than, it's not a fun feeling, and nobody should be made to feel like that. And pave your own path, find your own happiness, and you will find you. All the craziness in this world, I know a lot of people have lost jobs, or money's tight. I highly recommend trying a YouTube channel, whatever your niche is. Find your niche, find your passion, experiment. You're going to have good videos, you're going to have bad videos, you're going to have some in between. You're going to have the negativity. The negativity will come. It will. It just will. It's inevitable. People are people, and they will let you know. They will let you know what they like and what they don't like, how they think you should live, how you should spend your money. Dust it off. It's not important. It's about you, your lifestyle, what you want to share, how you choose to share it, and you'll find your niche. You'll find your happiness. And the best part, like-minded people will come, and you'll meet a lot of wonderful people. People share stories. I love it. I absolutely love it, and I love you guys, and I hope you know that. And I'm so grateful. I never in my wildest dreams would think that I could start a channel and buy a house with my own money, without the help of my husband. So I am so grateful to you guys. I will forever be grateful. I hope you know that. And I told my husband, I said, you've been a wonderful provider all of these years. It's my turn. I want to do something fun for the family. I want to have another house to go to where we can make memories through the years. And now I get to do it. We all get to do it. And so thank you. Thank you so much. I'm going to have 2 houses to decorate. 2 totally different styles too. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to take you guys along for the journey. And yeah, after Christmas, we're going to have some fun in a different state. Oh, by the way, West Virginia gets a lot of slack for, I don't know why. I honestly don't know why. But it's a beautiful state. I honestly think it's one of the best kept secrets. It has amazing outdoor adventures. Oh my gosh, the off-roading. There's some of the most beautiful trails there. I cannot wait to get the Jeep out there and hit the trails. So, shopping, restaurants, it's all going to be close by as opposed to out here where it's an hour away. So I can't wait for that. And yeah, I'm going to take you guys along for the fun. Love you guys so much. Mwah! I'll see you Wednesday.